What up, guys? This is a different type of video than I usually post. As you can see here, I'm gonna challenge Goji Center and every other hybrid maker to hopefully beat them. So we got the Rex Inferium. This is the King of Hell, translated. Codename Project Inferium. Type Apex Hybrid Predator. Purpose: countermeasure the superior evolution to Goji Center's Indominus Rex 2. It's supposed to be an apex, so 30% of this genome is the Tyrannosaurus Rex. It's going to be a Titan level bite force, 8+ pounds with muscular power dominance instincts. Giganosaurus 24%, speed reach ramming force aggression threshold. Saltwater crocodile 12%, layered dermal armor, regenerative hide, semi-aquatic activities. Therizinosaurus 12%, hyper elongated claws, slashing reach limb dexterity. Velociraptor, neural enhancement, pack hunting intelligence, and reflex speed. Cuttlefish 7%, active chromatism, camouflage, dynamic skin, thermal sensing pits, heat tracking accessory, and paralytic venom. Its length is 8.6 meters and height is 3.4 meters. 4.5 tons. Its speed, 10 tons of bite force. Segment arterium shrug off tolerance of to 20 miles per hour. Kinetic strikes, regeneration, rapid demerol recovery, 50% tissue regrow in 12 hours. A dark near black predator with rippling croc scales. Alarm. Lines with glowing when in rage. Eyes with molten orange under IR light. Mouth ringed with backward curved teeth. Thermal lock on. Uses pit fibers genes to detect heat through camouflage and darkness. Camouflage counter camouflage. Changes its own color mid-hunt to confuse even other hybrids. Crushing charge. Giganosaurus momentum plus T-Rex bone-shattering rams. Hellren. Twin hand slashes with Therizino claws, capable of cleaving armored hides. Injects a mild paralytic venom that slows prey's reflectives before they finish bite. Rough Dominion. Keeps infecting frequencies assorted prey inserted dominance over lesser predators. Compared to a killer whale or primate. Temperate. Calculated aggression, fights with strategy, no, not rage. Dense jungles or volcanic terrain, uses smoke, ash, or mist for a calculate. Weaknesses. Overheating under extended camouflage activities, prefer shorter engagements. The Indominus relies on stealth and press. Inferium hunts itself. It sees through the camouflage, shrugs off ambush bites, and kills in 3 to 7 strikes. In one combat, 2.0 would fall within minutes. So its head limbs total. Femur, hip to knee is 1.21 meters. Tibia to fibula, knee to ankle, 1.5 meters. Digits, ankle to claw tips, 0.7 meters. Mass, each hind limb, 675.k kilograms. This is 15% of total body mass. Superior leg, 30% combined for both head limbs. you can see all of this. Its claws are 1.2 meters. So, yeah. A hush, then a low summer groan. Trees quake, camera glides through streaming ferns. Stands on a basalt ridge, scales glistening like burned iron Christmas veins. Indominus 2.0 melts into the shadow, skin shifting like oil, becoming near invisible. It exhales slow, tongue tasting the air, angle on for a lock. Pinpoints warm shapes moving beneath the steam. Indominus explodes from the cover low, fast, a lethal silhouette beneath the tree trunks. It launches claws aiming for the throat, jaws open in a silent, brutal smile. Rex inferium doesn't flinch. It squares its shoulders. Attacks its armor. The croc like osteoderms chewing some forest. Indominus bites, teeth scrape, but they don't find immediate purchase. A sharp snap. Indominus finds purchase on inferium's flank. It's met with a roar. Responds with a crushing charge. Hip coils, head limbs exploding forwards. The charge slams into Indominus, tossing it sideways into a steam vent. Steam blasts, briefly blinding both of them. Indominus shakes it off, rolling. It launches a low, slashing pass and aiming for the high in the quarters to disable speed. Inferium drops center of the mass and points. Verrazino forelimb slash through the swirling. One foreclaw rakes across the Indominus shoulder, segregating edge, tigering hide, and researching a weak seam of near scapula, but it's not finished. Attempts a body flattens, tail flick like a whip to distract. Indominus lunges for a second bite, aim, head. This time meets it, jaws clamp, rotational torque of a neck and torso combined internal. The barrack venom delivered through micro grooves and heaven-rich teeth designed to incapacitate. The venom is not instantly fatal, but slows reflex arcs by damping muscles and contracts of narrow firing. Indominus movements become stiffer, edges slower. Indominus, narrow lying on brute speed, barrels into a triangle of downed trees to try and spike inferium. It uses stealth again. Skin ripples become shadows. Inferium uses camo of its own. Cuttlefish Comaron phone. Skin shimmers, mimics the ash of black background, but it keeps its thermal lock active. These two predators play cat and mouse. Indominus slips in out of sight while inferium stalks with a terrifying patience. Indominus attempts to throat grab while submerging in a shallow water of hot spring. A classic ambush. Its jaws clamp towards the neck. Inferium anticipates. It snaps upward, not with a single aim to tear, but to shift center of mass and throws Indominus off balance. The Ferocless Torque sends Indominus tumbling into the hot springs. Scaling steam high the next few seconds. Indominus stumbles out, vision clouded by its steam and venom effects. A desperate gambit, it leaps onto inferium's back, aiming to tear it at spine and disable mobility. Jaws clamp onto the ridge of the inferium's armor. For a moment it looks like victory. Inferium drops low, tucks the legs, then evacuates a violent spiral rip. Using tail's horclaws, the sudden ladder plant of hind limbs, it spins with a whole mass. Indominus is flung like a rag, forced to release. Spin also cracks a few vertebrae in the Indominus lower back. A sickening crunch sleeks into the tree's bloody painting. Its camouflage blurs and fades. Indominus makes one last furious gambit. It bursts, aiming to bury its jaws into inferium's throat, and it ends the fight in a single savage strike. It launches. Inferium rises at full height, lifting its head until the molten veins along its jaw flare. Roar a subsonic wave that shattered the ground. Indominus temporarily hesitates. Its audience centers are overwhelmed. In the heartbeat, Inferium counters with a crushing ram plus Hellrendo combo. Full force ram that collapses Indom's ribs cage, followed by immediately by twin foreland lashes down the side, severing major muscles and tearing up lungs. Indominus collapses, convulsing and spurting steam. In camouflage, its chest rises and fails. Inferium steps forward and pins the head and delivers a final infernal bite. Teeth sink, venom accelerates. That's my gosh dang hybrid. And if you try to beat it, hopefully you do. And please leave a like, subscribe. And just any hybrid YouTuber, to see mine. Bye-bye.